ClayAJohnson, The Information Diet, A Case for Conscious Consumption. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with information, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lost. The Information Diet by ClayAJohnson aims to teach readers how to be more conscious consumers of information, drawing parallels with our food diet. The summary highlights how, like food, the quality of information varies. Some are nutritious and beneficial, while others provide empty calories that weigh us down. The book's central theme revolves around self-regulation and the importance of choosing to consume information that is balanced and beneficial to our well-being.
Mind your information diet. In today's world, we spend more time consuming information than ever before, but much of it is akin to junk food. Similarly, the food industry caters to consumer preference for unhealthy options. This book highlights the similarities between information and food consumption and the importance of being mindful of our information diets. With technology providing easy access to unlimited sources of data, it is crucial to focus on consuming healthy information that aids in personal growth, rather than the empty calories that bog down our mental faculties. The Power and Perils of Information Diet. The book discusses how the invention of personal computers and the internet has revolutionized the world in the 21st century. It emphasizes that just like a healthy food diet has consequences that can impact one's life positively, a healthy information diet can help reduce stress and promote longevity. However, the book notes that along with these revolutionary changes, there are also fears and misgivings. Critics worry about the internet's effect on morality and its threat to the safety of women and children, while others feel that the information explosion affects people's intelligence and attention span. The author suggests that personalization poses the greatest web-based danger to individual users. The book emphasizes that as a consumer, one has to take responsibility for seeking balanced information and not just clicking on content that favors one's interests. Ultimately, the responsibility for healthy information consumption lies with individuals and their ability to control their mind's software. Taking control of your information diet. With the abundance of information available, individuals often feel overwhelmed and exhausted. However, the issue isn't accessibility but rather individuals' behavior as responsible consumers. Instead of succumbing to the sedentary lifestyle of constant information consumption, individuals must take responsibility for their choices. Just as one makes a conscious decision to avoid unhealthy habits, one can make educated choices regarding their information diet. Learning efficient methods to digest data and determining what is beneficial versus what to ignore is essential for responsible information consumption. The Formula for Success in Cable News. Roger Ailes, the founder of Fox News, understood the critical need for hiring talented hosts and cultivating a conservative viewpoint that resonated with millions of viewers. He realized that people want to hear reports that affirm their beliefs, and he capitalized on this by altering story headlines to appeal to conservative followers. This practice is not exclusive to Fox, as journalists under increasing pressure use large chunks of PR verbiage instead of conducting traditional news reporting. This has resulted in a decline of journalism jobs and an expansion of the public relations field. As the media continues to give audiences what they want, it's up to us to consume information right, just like a healthy food diet. The danger of inaccurate information. A Gallup poll in 1993 showed that 46% of Americans had great confidence in TV news, but that number has fallen to 27% due to the consumption of incorrect information and biased reporting that supports pre-existing views. Delving into data is necessary to understand politics beyond news outlets. Big Tobacco intentionally spread propaganda to avoid the truth about the harmful effects of smoking. Similarly, influential corporations like ExxonMobil and Philip Morris have funded experts to deny climate change, leading to intentional misinformation. Historian Robert Proctor calls this practice agnotology. The hazards of inactivity and information obesity. Inactivity and information overload have been proven to harm the body and mind. People spend hours in front of their devices, feeding off dopamine hits from notifications, which can impact their concentration and memory. This can lead to information obesity, which causes people to only seek information that aligns with their political or social beliefs. Changing our information consumption habits can have a positive ripple effect on the market. The information diet. The information diet is like a food diet where making fundamental changes results in better health, improved outlook, and a more manageable lifestyle. It requires incorporating three components: internet know-how, measurement, and interval training. The internet provides access to legal documents, research papers, and news. However, all information should be read with a critical eye, and the sources should be credible. Rescue Time is a software program that tracks internet use and measures productivity. It can also remove distractions such as instant messaging and email notifications. Working in intervals can improve attention span and increase productivity. Finally, having a sense of humor is important to maintain a valuable perspective. Healthy information diet. In the same way that avoiding certain foods is necessary for weight loss, consciously limiting our daily information intake and choosing what we consume is essential for a healthy information diet. This means cutting out empty informational calories, eliminating cable or satellite TV, and actively seeking out local news and diverse viewpoints. By measuring our information consumption and gradually reducing it to a manageable amount, we can free up time for productive activities like hobbies, exercise, and time with loved ones. The key is to find an information diet that works for us and prioritizes deliberate consumption over mindless affirmation.
Johnson argues that striking a balance in our information diet is crucial for a better, more fulfilling life. He suggests making conscious choices about our consumption of media, news, and other sources of information to ensure a healthy, diverse intake that nurtures critical thinking. Johnson provides practical advice, such as utilizing specific software and applications to help track and measure information intake, honing internet search skills, and exploring local sources that impact our immediate lives. Like a well-balanced food diet, conscious consumption requires discipline and conscious effort. By taking charge of our information diet, we can experience better health, avoid information obesity, and cultivate a healthier, more balanced perspective on the world.